and welcome back to AIBC Summit YouTube channel. So we're here at Bataan in the Philippines for the groundbreaking launch of the GTX, and joining me here is one of the co-founders, Eugenio Gonzalez. Thank you so much for joining me today, and congratulations on the
Thank you.
launch.
Thank you.
So for the sake of our viewers, they have to know who the man beside me is who just made history today. So could you tell a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm an entrepreneur by nature. I've been an entrepreneur for the past 20 years, 6 startups and 2 exits, and then been a banker for the past 3.5 years. Um, GTX really is a different kind of project. It's a foreign project. Uh, it's a foreign company that only deals with foreign nationals. So this project was of interest because of the funds that it had the potential to bring into the Philippines through foreign listing. Now it started out with a conversation between myself and Ramon, and we had mutual vision as far as this ecozone strategy was concerned. So we joined forces in order to be able to formulate a proper strategy for the province of Bataan, and for the province of Bataan to be able to put itself forward as a leading ecozone globally. As you know, I mean, Philippines has the second largest number of ecozones next to China in the world, and but nothing much distinguishes ecozones outside of existing incentives that they give, some more than others. So Bataan needed something extra. So when Ramon and I had a discussion with the governor, we saw that there was a way to be able to make this happen, seeking only foreign funds, catering to only foreign customers, and catering to only foreign currency. So that's why we engaged this project.
That's very inspiring. Now tell us about GTX. What are the services that you offer and the main objective and the goal?
GTX provides several key services. For all intents and purposes, it's a digital asset exchange. What makes it unique among other exchanges is it's a strong partnership with the AFAB, right, which allows for it to issue specific assets for foreigners only, traded by foreigners only, using only foreign currency. Right now, the features of the exchange are expansive. So it's got spot, it has margin trading, it has futures, options, derivatives, it has lending, it has staking. You can also launch your own token in the project. It has liquidity services, among others. Right? You'll see when you visit it. You know, it has all of the key features of what a top-level exchange should have.
Well, given that you've just launched GTX, what are your expectations in the next couple of months or so?
Well, you know, this whole initiative is for the benefit of the people of Bataan, right? Let's be clear about that. That it has a financial and a monetary component to it, but the guiding light behind it is to bring business into the province. Considering, and we believe very much in this, because considering the position that it has in its implementing rules and regulations along with the existing law, it can and it does have the potential to bring in funds, to bring in employment for the province, right? So the exchange's function is to be able to complement the incentives that it gives by giving operators the ability to cut their costs in a tax-free environment, but they can also raise funds. And since we have access to around 20% of spot liquidity globally, it gives them access to raise a considerable amount of funds. Right? In addition to that, when they list in GTX in our foreign jurisdictions, they can also borrow against the assets. And the borrowing can be done up to 90% of the asset value, depending on the asset type.
And to which markets will your focus be?
Which markets? All foreign, of course, right? Only exclusively foreign. And it's also because that's required by law, right? But we believe that initiative is for the benefit of the country. It doesn't take funds from the country. right? It takes funds
It's
from
great that you
outside and it
elaborated
brings it
that.
to us. Yes. So the pandemic has brought a lot of havoc to the existing economy, right? But there's a lot of money out there. What we just need to do is make it attractive enough for them to come in. For any economy to grow and for any business to grow, you need access to capital, access to credit, access to liquidity, and you need incentives to match, right? If you put all of those together in a tax-free environment, plus you add the protection mandated by law to every operator, right? It builds or it completes the package, right? For people to either operate here physically or digitally, right? In fact, if you put funds in GTX, right, and if you invest in any kind of asset, and you have a certain amount in funds that's locked in there, you can apply for investor visa. You can gain residency into the zone, and you can even apply for operation. So you don't need to go through the very extensive and long process to be able to apply and physically go. In this case, you just go through the KYC, you complete the application online, your funds are safe, and it appreciates in value because it's just locked, and you can actually process your residency, your investor visa, or your operator license. And we will assist you to do that. Or GTX as a company will assist you to do that and work with AFAB to process it for you.
That is very amazing. But how will GTX impact the market on a global scale?
Well, there's so many restrictions that exist right now, and GTX's strength is not the exchange, although it's a fantastic exchange. But
Yes.
its real strength is its partnership with AFAB.
Okay. Tell us more about this partnership.
It functions as technically an operator and a partner for AFAB to be able to allow for AFAB operators to list in the exchange, right? So as mentioned a while ago, if you're a business and you are able to cut your cost by having zero tax, that's already to a large extent.
It's already win-win.
It helps the business in every way. But if you can raise funds, right, and you can sell it to a global community, and at the same time you can borrow against the assets that you list, and that goes for the issuer, and that also goes for the investors, right, or the traders. It just builds for a perfect environment for the enterprise to grow, and that's where the visions aligned there. When AFAB came into the picture, they were searching for a solution to be able to give to their operator something extra, right? And all we did was we just complemented that. Now, what appealed to us was that we didn't have to rely on Philippines in any way. What we want to do is bring funds into the country, right? And in order to be able to do that, what we had to do was provide the right incentives and provide the business benefits. I can raise funds, I can borrow, right? And I have access to a large amount of liquidity in the market.
Well, given that we're in the blockchain and crypto space, how, in your opinion, will GTX transform the sector in general?
How will GTX transform the sector?
Blockchain and crypto space.
Well, what it does is it magnifies it, right? The crypto space is growing, with or without GTX in any way, right? And our participation here, it's more like us just riding the existing wave that exists. Decentralization is going to grow, right? So will blockchain technology, right? But it needs adoption, and it needs adoption on a government level, which is already happening right now with the implementation of, let's say, central bank digital currency, with banks also issuing their own digital currency, with the existence of exchanges already being regulated in each jurisdiction around the country, which we are in another country. Blockchain going mainstream, it's there. It's a given. So what we're doing is we're just enhancing this by leveraging on ecozone policy in order to make it easier to facilitate the migration of tokenized value, right? So if you have anything that's in physical form, which, let's say it's in real estate, you have your title, you have your car is represented by the ORCR, if you have currency which is represented by the money that you hold, right? But in this case, you can tokenize these assets, and what AFAB does through the existing regulation is and the implementing rules is it allows for this to occur, right? Now, what GTX does is it's an enabler for this to happen.
Well, thank you so much, Jin, for this, for your time today and for sharing your insights with us. I have learned a lot. We're truly privileged to have witnessed and to have taken part with this momentous occasion. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that's it for myself and Jin. We'd love to hear how you found this segment. Share your thoughts in the comments below.